All right, so back at it. This is my main table. It's a angel's horn table. Very nice. Was a gift from my dad, and got me. This is what got me into this vinyl obsession that I have now. That goes into this old Kenwood receiver from my dad's old home theater. It's got like a million channels on it. Right now, all that's plugged into it is the turntable. If you look back there, you can't really see it. There's a FM AM antenna in case I just want to listen to the radio. And then we have what I call the little table. It's a portable table. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but it's a portable table. It is Bluetooth into everything here, and I can use the receiver here to mix and match things as I need to. All that goes into these are brand new Logitech speakers. There's one there and there's one over there. Also this big Kenwood subwoofer that my dad gave me. Also out of his old home theater. It is very, very powerful. I actually had to knock it down quite a bit in the mix on the receiver to get it to work. And then I also have some sound bars upstairs that everything is Bluetooth into from the actually it goes into the small table, into the receiver, and then out to the it goes into the receiver, into the small table, and then out to the sound bars upstairs. All right, without further ado, I'll show off some of my crates. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, I wish there was a flash on this thing. Try to get into the light more. Sorry, it's so dark. I live in a dungeon. Alright, this is live Johnny Winter, and very cool live album from one of my favorite guitar players, Johnny Winter. It's going to take a while. This is very cool. It is a master pressing of the live album Under the Great White Northern Lights by the White Stripes. Very cool, from a tour they did in Canada, and I believe 2000. This says it was made in 2008. I thought it was earlier than that, but yeah, very cool. Oh yeah, this one. Jewel. Everybody knows I'm a Jewel fan. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Problem with Jewel though is that she has a lot of filler on her albums, so I just wanted the hits. I got the greatest hits. There's really nothing special about that album. This one, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Great rap album. It plays pretty much like a soundtrack to a movie. It even says a short film by Kendrick Lamar on it. Cool album, very fun to listen to. I throw that one on quite a bit. We got Pantera. I had decided there isn't enough metal in my collection, and I really like Pantera, so picked this one up. This is History of Hostility. It's almost like a greatest hits. It's got a lot of Cowboys from Hell on it, which is probably their most well-known album, but it's also got a few other great tracks. This one is Butch Walker and the Black Widows. This was a gift from my dad. He introduced me to Butch Walker. Very cool musician, great guitarist. You might have heard me, if you ever listen to me on any other podcasts or radio shows or shit, you might hear me talk about Butch Walker. I like him a lot. Oh, this one's very cool. This is an original Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. everybody knows I love Elton John too. It's probably the best concert I ever went to. And this is my favorite Elton John album. I think I have a couple more Elton Johns upstairs. Unfortunately, we probably won't travel upstairs and check that out today. I don't know if we're going to get through all this before my battery dies. This is the Wicked soundtrack. Wicked is a musical about the Wicked Witch of the West. Very cool. 22 A Million by Bon Iver. Very cool album. Newer album. I think this came out in 2000, like, no, I think it's sooner than that. I think it's, I don't know. It came out late, like, 2010s. You'll notice a lot of the Winter Brothers in my collection, too. I like them. Edgar Winter collection. It's just got a lot of really cool tracks by Edgar Winter. It's not a real album. It's like a greatest hits. And what do we got? This is Roadwork. This was a gift from my dad because he thought that Tobacco Road would be on the Edgar Winter greatest hits, but it wasn't. He was disappointed in that, so he got me that one too. This was a gift from my friend Drew. This is Jay Dilla Donuts. Very cool story behind this album. Jay Dilla, famous producer, fellow Detroiter. He's gone now. But this album in particular, very cool story. We'll probably do a video on that eventually. One of my favorite albums, I had to crate dig for this one. This is Paranoid by Black Sabbath. I love this album. It's just heavy and dark and just, it's great. I mean, that album's been talked about forever. Let's see right here. We got Rory Gallagher, 50th Anniversary Edition. This is actually from Preston and from Ireland. I forget the name of the company. I'm not going to look it up right now because my battery's dying. But this actually had to come from, don't stack records like I'm doing right now. I'm not stacking them for very long, so I'm not that worried about it. But that was a gift from Dad. That was very cool. Flashdance soundtrack. I mean, it's cool to have. It's not really my cup of tea, but it sounds good. It was a gift from my friend Anna and Zach. Led Zeppelin Mothership. Excellent album. Very expensive. Very long. It's got all the good Led Zeppelin songs. We're going to put that one down there. Very cool. Curated by Jimmy Page. Let's see. Gift from my friend Donna. Get back. This is Sticky Fingers. Now, the cool thing about this is that it has the actual working zipper on it. I've learned that is very rare. So, very cool album. Actually, I played this one quite a bit. I like that one a lot. Another old one that I play quite a bit. Another gift from my friends Anna and Zach. This is Stranger in Town by Bob Seger and his Silver Bullet Band. I like this one a lot. And the cool thing about some of these old albums that people give me is you get all that kind of the weird hisses and pops that are kind of, I don't know, it gives them character, to me at least. I mean, you can clean them up, so it's not distracting, but I kind of like it. This one's cool. What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. Classic album. I play this one a lot too, man. I love this album. Electric Ladyland by Hendrix. We were jamming this one last night. This is kind of Hendrix's masterpiece. This was a gift from Dad. Thank you, Dad. Another gift from Dad. We have Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. I actually have some really cool insight into this album that I will share at some point. hopefully. But very good album. Very good album. I have conspiracy theories and weird stories and all kinds of cool shit about that album. So hopefully, I'll share them with you guys sometime. White Stripes, White Blood Cells, great album. One of the first albums I owned. This one really takes me back to like old Detroit. I have a very cool interpretation of this album. I don't actually know much about it. I could do some research on it and give you some history, but I have a very cool interpretation of this album. I think, at least. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs, classic album. I mean, if you and your buddies just want to sit around and smoke weed all day, that's a pretty good album to do it to. Another gift from my friend's mom, Donna. Led Zeppelin 2. Probably the heaviest Zeppelin album. She let me dig through her Crater records, and she told me to take them all. I told her I would take 2, and I would clean them up and sleeve them, and if she ever wanted them back, she could call me, and that'd be fine. I'd give them back. But very cool album. I love Zeppelin. A lot of you know I got them tattooed on my back. This is Demonic Autopsy. My dad bought it for me. Very strange album. I'm not a huge fan, but thanks, Dad. Let's see. This is Guns N' Roses. Appetite for Destruction. It's like a deluxe edition. It's got a couple extra tracks on it. Cool album. I mean, Appetite for Destruction is one of those albums that you can just throw it on and it's kind of just set it and forget it, man. You get it and it's just all the songs are great. Everyone knows this one, Dark Side of the Moon. I play this all the time. It's actually kind of my sound test record also because the stereo on it is so great that if you have a problem with your setup, throw on Dark Side of the Moon and you can usually diagnose what the problem is pretty quickly. And then I have Robert Johnson, The Complete Recordings. This was a gift from Dad. Very cool. It's just Robert Johnson. Very cool story behind him. Maybe I'll tell it one day. Just very, very cool to listen to. Old songs, not the best quality, but very cool. This was a gift from my Uncle David. It's the Allman Brothers Band live at the Fillmore East. Awesome album. Dwayne Allman, excellent guitar player, just phenomenal. We have Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. I gotta be in a mood to play this one. Very, very interesting story behind this album. My interpretation of it is pretty much exactly what happened between all them during the recording of this album. It's a great story, and hopefully I'll tell it one day. Let's see. No Doubt, Tragic Kingdom. Awesome album. I love Gwen Stefani. The vinyl on this is pretty cool. A lot of the vinyls on these are pretty cool. This one's cool. It's hard to read. Like when you play an album, you gotta like read and you want to hear a certain track, you gotta kind of like figure out the grooves and be like, okay, where's everything at? Where am I gonna drop my needle to get what I want? And on black vinyl, especially heavy black vinyl, it's very easy to do. On picture discs like that, although that one's pretty heavy, it's hard to do. That one's especially hard. Even though it's heavy, that spiderweb thing doesn't run congruent with the grooves, so it's a little bit tough. This one was a gift from Dad. It's Pink Trust Fall. I think that it's a good album. I think he likes that one because it was produced by Chris Stapleton. It's a good album. The Stapleton stuff's really cool. This is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. My wife got me that album. It is the most luxurious sleeve I've ever seen. Golds, velvets, lots of cool artwork. You know, it's very, very Kanye. So that's that one. These two kind of go hand in hand. We have Origin of Symmetry by Muse and Absolution by Muse. Both very cool albums about the end of the world. But I play both of those a lot. They're interesting. My interpretation of them, I think, is very interesting. I don't know a whole lot about the actual recording of the albums. To me, they go in pair. They pair together. It just having one without the other. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. But whatever. You'll see. I like my soundtracks. The Little Mermaid, cool album. Little Mermaid's one of my favorite Disney movies. So I picked that up. It's a good album, actually. Lifts your spirits if you're down. Good stuff. Jeff Buckley, Grace. Jeff Buckley has a very, very cool life story. Grace also has a cool story behind it. There's a lot of good tunes on that album. Let's see. We have the Eminem Show Deluxe Edition. So this one, it's 2 discs. It has the whole, one disc is the album, the Eminem Show, just how it was. Then the next disc is a whole bunch of live cuts of it's kind of like a greatest hits. So very cool there. Then I have Pearl Jam's Vitalogy, which at one time was the best-selling vinyl ever. I think Vedder and the boys have been eclipsed now by some older acts and Jack White. But at one point, this was the best-selling vinyl of all time. And that is an original copy right there. This is an album that I like a lot. This one gets played a lot. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. There's just so many good tunes on here. What was that guy's name? James Gunn was the director, and I think the guy that picked out all the music. Yeah, James Gunn, Kevin Feige, and Dave Jordan. Excellent choice, taste in music. Every song on there is great. Let's see. We have Prince, The Hits. Just a lot of good Prince tracks on there. That was a gift from Dad. We have Cowboy Bebop. I pretty much bought this for one song, but there's a lot of good songs on here. But Tank, great song. If you just want to get amped the fuck up, throw on Tank and you'll love it. It's also a very cool colored disc. I'm not gonna pull it out because I think I'm like way running out of battery here. But I'm trying to get through all this. Very cool album though. I like it. It was one of the first ones I bought online. This is The Beatles, the White Album. Classic album. Not much to say about this one. It's just great classic Beatles album. Matchbox 20, Rob Thomas, Yourself or Someone Like You. I have a very cool personal story about this that some of my friends can appreciate. Hopefully we'll share that one time. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Deja Vu. Cool story behind the recording of this album. Very good album. I actually have 2 copies of this, I realized. But this copy was a gift from, I believe, my father. I'm not totally sure on that. It might have been from one of his friends. I don't know. This one is definitely from one of his friends and one of my friend's dads. This is Jethro Tull, Aqualung. Very cool, kind of like proggy album. Kind of, it's got some weird lyrics to it. It's a good album though. If you just want to kind of kick back and get in your head, this one's not bad. Here we go. Here we go, right here. My favorite album. Probably my favorite album of all time. I had to buy this one. This is an original Derek and the Dominoes, Layla. I will definitely do a video about covering the story of this album. This is just a great album. It's, yeah, I have to do a whole thing on this. I can't do it right now, but just Layla, my interpretation of it, the way the story behind it, what happened after it, it just, yeah. Layla's a great album, man. This is AM by the Arctic Monkeys. Very cool album. Probably their most popular album. Very cool. I bought this one myself just because I like this album. It's cool. I don't know if there's any more gifts in here or not. Oh yeah, there is. The last one. Umbrella Academy 2 soundtrack. If you know, I like my soundtracks. You get a lot of songs out of them, a lot of different stuff. Plus, I like to hear how people score stuff since I'm like big into my scoring and my playlist building. Let's see. Thin Lizzy, Jailbreak. Normally that jacket is upturned, but I sideload everything, so it's sideways inside there. But Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy, awesome album. That gets a lot of play. Just when you want to rock out, it's just good meat and potatoes guitar music. And then Van Morrison, Moondance. Very slick, very fun, very cool album. This was a gift from my dad also. As you can tell, my dad's got pretty good taste in music other than that super weird one that he bought me. Alright, so those are most of my 33s. I have 3 45s. I've been getting more into 45s lately. And if you don't know the difference, so those big albums play at 33 1/3 RPM on your table. And you have settings for all this on your table. Mine is nice enough that I can just click a button. And then you also have these smaller discs. They look like, hold on. Oh, how's this go here? Oh, what are we doing here? Hold on. They look like this. They're smaller. You put a special attachment on your turntable to play them. And then, like I said, mine, I can just click a button and it speeds up the table to 45 RPMs. These usually only have 2 songs on them. They're used for singles, and then they'll have something on the B side. This one that I just showed you is the Imperial March, the Darth Vader theme, and then it also has the track from the Battle of Hoth on it, but I bought it for the Imperial March. Let's see. This one here is a Beatles one. It is Come Together and Something. 2 very awesome tracks. I do not know which one. Well, it would be the A side. I'm going to have to take this one out to figure it out, because I do want to tell you guys what it is. It doesn't tell me. Maybe they dual single released it on there. I don't know. Well, either one of those could be singles. I'll have to look that up if I ever do something on my 45s. Probably knock all those out at one time. And I have another Beatles one. This one is The Long and Winding Road, and For You Blue. So this one, obviously, The Long and Winding Road was the single, and then For You Blue would have been the B-side on that. And if this follows the same label format, let's see, the single on this would be Something, and the B-side would be Come Together. So I don't know that for sure, but if we follow the other 45, the label format, how they did that, then it would be like that. So thanks for hanging out, guys. If you like it, or if one of those albums you'd like to see me review, or if you have an idea for some sort of special soundtrack, like I said, I already got an idea for something I want to do like that, like a playlist I want to curate. Then drop a comment, give it a like, fucking subscribe, all that good YouTube shit. Like I said, all of these you should be able to listen to on Spotify. The only time that I'm going to get on there and make a playlist is if I do like a custom one where I mix and match some songs from the albums. And like I said, I already kind of got something in my head that I want to do with that. Just keep an eye out. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. So, and I'd like to get more of my video equipment stuff out too. But that is the bulk of my setup and collection. We might dive a little bit deeper later. But if you guys have any good music that I might want to listen to, we'll see with I don't know how much music I'm gonna get to play, just because of YouTube's like copyright laws and shit like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really looking to make any money or anything. I just think that vinyl is cool and I have a cool setup and collection. But I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.